And check. All right. All right, welcome to today live stream. Today we're sit, as you can see. I mean, probably you can't see already, but we are in Guatemala City at the moment. Let me do this. All right. Okay. So we are in Guatemala City at the moment. Incredible place. Look at this. There's a nice volcano there. And, well, we don't have stairs. Interesting. Pretty interesting. So today we're gonna fly the A319. This is an extremely rare model of plane. I don't even know if the only one existing. I mean, purchased by Avianca. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it's extremely rare because we have IEA engine and we have a Sharklet and it's an A319. Yeah, you can't really find this kind of plane around the world. This is a volcano. I mean, it's a volcano actually. It's Volcan Pacaya. And today we're doing a short flight. So for that reason, we're gonna do all the planning together. So usually I skip all the planning part. It's not the most interesting thing to see, but yeah, I mean, it's very interesting if someone wants to start to doing real ops or at least to flying IFR. But yeah, usually I don't really show it. But yeah, why not today? It's a short flight. So let's go. Let's jump into here. Yeah. So this is the flight I was planning. We are going from Guatemala City to Las Flores, I guess it's called. Because I don't have the name here in Sky Vector. Flores, it's just called Flores. And it's Mundo Maya International. I don't know if it's related to some Maya stuff. I guess Maya stuff are in Guatemala, Quetzaltenango. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Not sure because this airport have this name, but whatever. It's not important. So this is the flight we're gonna do. So as you know, I do real ops. That means that I try to replicate flights that happen in real life. And today is the case. Today we are flying with Avianca. And this is Flight Radar 24, of course. This is real life tracking of flights, as you can see. And yeah, interesting also in Sky Vector, you can see we have some volcano activity from Volcan de Fuego. We are gonna try to spot if we are able to see something. Not sure it's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely try it. So yeah, apart from that, the first thing you need is of course a call sign. Let me do a sound check. Yeah, interesting also in Sky Vector. Okay, you need a call sign. So to have a call sign, I again try to use real life call sign. So I got to, in this case, the destination is easier to find the flight. As you can see here, I didn't use this one because yeah, there is no call sign for some reason. Probably because this is from today. Yeah, of course there is not because it didn't depart. So we are replicating this flight here. Call sign is okay, it's this one here, so it's Aviateca should be, which is the Avianca Guatemala section. Aviateca 705. So this will be our call sign that we're gonna use on VATSIM. After it, I go to SimBrief, of course. As you can see, today is empty here because we have to do everything together. So let's set the departure and arrival airport. So it's Aviateca 705 And we're flying an A319. There we go. Of course, SimBrief is a flight planner for simulation. Very well known one. Is it raining? Yeah, it's raining, I guess, outside. Very interesting. Hopefully, I'm not gonna have electricity problem. So as you saw before, is the IAE engine variation with sharkless. So we have to select this one here. Then the registration of the plane is November 703 Alpha Victor. There we have it. And then runway analysis. So we have to check which runway is active and which one we want to use. So 02 is definitely fine for Guatemala City. As you can see here, we have some traffic arriving. Look at this FedEx 757s, I guess. Yeah, this is a 757 coming from Miami, about to land. Here we... What? Okay, interesting. Here we have another traffic. I guess this is on ground. Yeah, okay. What the fuck is this? Wow. Ah, well, there's some ground caravans happening there. Okay, so 02 is completely fine. We're gonna take off toward north. At destination, it's a little bit more complex because it's not a busy airport, as you can see here, of course. Last landing we had, okay, it's October the 1st, was exactly the flight we are simulating, which is this one here. And let's give a playback to see in which runway he actually landed. Oh wow, it was completely the opposite flight. Look at this. Now wait a sec. No, my bad, sorry. This is not the flight we are looking for. Did I mess up the call sign? No. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not online on VATSIM. Yeah, I do. Okay, let me reconnect. Okay, connect. 04. All right. 704. 704. All right. Yeah, I was checking the arrivals for some reason. Anyway, arrival here landed. It doesn't really change because it's the last flight that happened. So we have to check this one here. Playback. Let's see what we got. All right. Okay, interesting. So he took off runway 02 as expected, and he landed this way, which is yeah, it's runway, I guess 11 probably 12, 11. Let's see, it's running 11. Okay, that's fine. That match what we're gonna do. I'm noticing that we don't have an arrival procedure, but okay, in this case we should check Navigraph, and we are gonna check Navigraph. Let me open it on the PC for the moment. All right. So let's check the procedure at destination. Usually you don't really need to do it. I mean, if you have a flight plan which is kind of okay, you see a nice procedure, you know that you have to land runway 11. It's not really needed, but in this case, since also I'm having a little bit of problem with SimBrief recently with procedure, and I see that I don't have any arrival, and it's the first time I fly in this airport, I'm gonna give a check, to be honest. So we don't have arrival, as you can see here, no chart available, but we have approach. We have approach only for runway 11, very interesting. So let's check ILS Zulu. So ILS Zulu is an overfly of the airfield of the airport over the VOR, and then classical VOR plus ILS procedure, as you can see here indeed. Now this is the go around, of course. So let's check if we have something different. There is this one, which is the same for traffic coming from northeast, and we have this one. This one is interesting. So we have the waypoint Tadin, which I don't know where is located, and then we have Whiskey, which is Toucan. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. So because currently, okay, Toucan is here. So our last waypoint, according to the flight plan, is is Hagua. Tadin is here, by the way. I just spotted it. Tadin is here. So what we need to do is check this Hagua here and see if it's before or after this one. I mean this waypoint. I don't think it's... Okay, let me check from here. Hagua. Okay, interesting position. So it's positioned here, which is kind of strange. Can we have another? Okay, Tadin. Maybe it's better to have, as you can see, it's better to have a flight plan to Tadin. Tadin and then Hagua. Is it Hagua part of the procedure? So Tadin and then Hagua. Yes, it is. So probably we can avoid the transition. I don't know. But yeah, we can accept that flight plan actually and then modify it. It's not a problem. So yeah, that's perfectly fine. So we do have call sign. We do have a flight plan. Runway analysis is done. Fuel planning. So today we are departing from Guatemala City. Alternate is Belize City. So Belize City is an airport in minimum VFR condition, which I don't like already as an alternate, to be honest. Let's see. I don't think it doesn't have any category 3 ILS approach. So in this case, I think it's better to turn back to Guatemala City, to be honest. I mean, I don't see the point. Guatemala City is in VFR condition. Yeah. So our alternate will be just back to our our destination. Sorry, our departure. So this is the alternate, and I'm gonna add extra fuel. We are in Central America. Airports are a little bit interesting, let's say. So we're gonna definitely add some extra fuel. Also, it's a very short flight. We have space for it. So I'm gonna add 1 hour of extra fuel. Okay. So in case we can go to El Salvador, we can go to Mexico in case you need it. So that's it. I mean, we have everything. Generate flight. Let's go. Okay. Wow, very interesting flight level. I'm not really liking it. So yeah, we do have 190 as a flight level. The flight is short, yeah, of course, but we are in the middle of mountains, quite big mountains as well. Look at the radar minima. So what we can do is check if we have any airway. Yes, we do have, and check the minimum altitude. Also the minimum altitude of the procedure. So let's check it before. Guatemala City Airport, it's here. Open charts. Standard initial departure. We are scheduled to shoot the Serla 3 Alpha departure, which is probably here, I guess. Serla 3 Alpha, 11,000 feet. Yeah, not that high. Okay, according to this, we can cruise at flight level 190 actually. And let's give a check to this airway here. Uniform Golf 757. Alright, let's see. Okay. Information. Alright, so we're gonna use this airway from Serla to Tadin. From Serla to Tadin. I guess. Okay, Tadin Serla, as you can see here. So the minimum flight level for this airway here is basically above flight level 200. So we're gonna cruise flight level 210 in this case. It's 140 and 50 miles. Yeah, can make sense. All right, so let's change the altitude. Okay, 21,000 feet. Nice. So everything is done now. And this is it. So this is the stuff I do every single time off stream. Yeah, today was a little bit unlucky because we have some doubt on the departure. On the arrival, and the cruise altitude was wrong. But yeah, this is basically basic flight planning as you saw today. So what we need to do now is find the flight plan on VATSIM. We can close Navigraph. I'm gonna use Navigraph from the iPad from now, and I'm gonna show you later. Let me import the flight plan in my Navigraph here. Unload, import, and alright. And we just need to find the flight plan on VATSIM, and that's it. So the Fenix had a couple of updates in this day. Interesting. Come on. Yeah, there was an update yesterday and one update today. Okay, we can find it. Or 2 days ago and one today. I guess they have some problem with the EFB, with SimBrief planning and stuff like that. Okay. Flight plan filed. Yeah. Alright. We can close this. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I can't use stairs for some reason. That's very strange, to be honest. Okay. Alright, battery on. How is the volume of the sim? Okay, I guess it's fine for you. Crew supply, ground control, IRS align. Emergency lights on, no smoking, nav. And we are done for now. Let's see. So I saw we experienced some problem with DFB indeed, of actually related to boarding. Wow, 150 passenger, very interesting. Fast. Let's see. And we are experiencing it now. Look at this, it's not starting. If I try to switch, it's gonna bug. Wow. So to update, this is not fixed at all, of course. It's not a problem, though. What you need to do is just open your Fenix application and restart all. I mean, system status. I can show you, I guess. Yeah. So here, your Fenix application, system status, restart all, and it's gonna fix it basically. Now the plane is gonna restart, of course. So everything's gonna reset. Let's see if we go stairs this time. Maybe it's a bug related also to that. I don't think so. Alright, no stairs. So, plane is restarted. And now we can go back to battery on. I don't know so if it's due to the fact that like today when I keep the plane on the gate for a long time without starting it. I don't know if it's related to that. Shouldn't do it, of course, anyway. But yeah. For what I experienced now should be work perfectly. Let's see. So, here. Okay, interesting, it didn't reset. Okay, let's go. So this is the flight plan. Load aircraft. Fast. And it's loading, as you can see. So, yeah, this is the solution to fix it if it happened to you. Be aware that you have, of course, but usually people do it, you have to load the plane immediately. Otherwise, if you start preparing the plane and then, I don't know, instantly loading it, for example, if you do instant loading, yeah, you're gonna have to restart everything, which is not the best. Especially if you do IRS alignment in real time. Okay, so apparently they didn't fix it still, whatever. Let's request our flight plan. So we are Aviateca 704, which is Golf Uniform Golf 704. There we go. Cost index is 8. Of course, if you have any question, feel free to ask. Flight level 210. IRS align, align arrive, confirm align. Wind request. Okay. All right. So now I have to show you my iPad, which I'm gonna do it pretty fast today because it's already set. And there we go. Okay. So, just to check the procedure, sometime, unfortunately, this is interesting because actually Navigraph knows that there is a procedure, but it's not loading the chart because it's not recognizing it, I guess. Because it's just AirNav02 departure, the name of it. It's really simple. Basically just straight ahead to Serla, nothing really to report. But yeah, apart that we are, wait, let me fix it. Apart that we are surrounded by volcanoes, it's a really cool area. When we approach, last time here was quite happy. It's gonna be also when we come back next time. Okay. So departure, running 02. It's Serla to Alpha departure. Serla to Alpha, 3 Alpha departure. Okay, nice. So everything is set here, 1228 on the frequency. There is no other traffic on ground. Loading is going fine. Well, I guess they fixed this. I will monitor this because one big problem of the Fenix basically was that it didn't really care if you were loading the plane in a stand with jetway or not. The plane would have, in color and dark status, will have stairs, at least the front stairs. And yeah, I saw that today it didn't happen, and also it connected correctly the jetway, which wasn't happening at all before. Basically, the jetway was connecting after the boarding, which is no sense, of course. But yeah, today worked fine. I will see in the future if it does it every time. By the way, Guatemala City, a little bit of context. This is Volcan Pacaya. This is an active volcano. Volcan de Agua there. It's a quiescent volcano, I guess. And behind there, on clouds, there is Volcan de Fuego, very active volcano, which is also creating some interesting dust column today as well. You can see the report on Sky Vector. I mean, you can see it many times actually. Let me show you. There we have it. We have a couple of nice volcano activity there. Okay. All right, let's go back here. So, procedure is set. Boarding ongoing. Let me set up this one as well, which is going to be in performance. We have to calculate performance. We didn't finish boarding the plane still, so I'm going to wait. Interesting. We have, oh yeah, of course we are still aligning RS. And yeah, we have to wait now. There is nothing really we can do. What we can do is I want to check if a bit of information about Flores, Guatemala. Let's check together. So there is a cathedral. I don't see anything related to Maya. I think that's, yeah, history, early archaeological. Yeah, I'm wondering why the airport is called Mundo Maya, but yeah, I don't think I will discover it. Oh, it's incredible, this architecture. Oh my god, European. Look at this. Spanish. Wow. What a place, by the way. Yeah, there is a lake close to it, which is not really shown on Sky Vector. It's definitely shown here on Volanta. Look at the clouds. We're gonna have some rain probably, I guess. But anyway, right, 1 minute before our line is finished. Yeah, we are close to the equator, so it's gonna be quite fast to align RS. You know, the closest you are to the equator, I mean, we're not really close actually, no. But yeah, the closest you are to the equator, the faster is the IRS alignment, which is already completed, as you can see here. So initial climb, I guess we're gonna go for 11,000 feet straight. Alright, we have to climb 210 today, and we have to calculate performance. That's what we are waiting for. So 26 passengers still to board. And again, this is a real flight they do in real life. They use the A320 now. I don't know if Avianca is still Avianca in this area at least. I mean, apart that this is a Colombian plane. Oh no, this was Costa Rica. Yeah, this plane was in real life. November 703 Alpha Victor was operated around Costa Rica mainly, which is not that far. I mean, probably this plane would come to Guatemala City in the past. But yeah. Wow, what a place, by the way. What a place. So I'm gonna read you the meter in the meantime. We have nice 12 knots of headwind on the runway. Few clouds 2000. Yeah, and few clouds. Yeah, few clouds 2000 feet. That's it. Alright. So I guess we are done. Yeah, 2 passenger and then we are done. 1 and 2. And the jetway is disconnecting, I guess. Yeah. Okay, interesting. I will see in the future if it's fixed finally. I mean, this is about that. It's from the it's from the release of the Fenix, so 2.5 years ago. Okay, APU starting. The altimeter is. They use this in Guatemala. Really? Okay, it's 3018. 3018. 3018. And 3018. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, APU starting. Let's calculate this performance here. Departure, runway 02. Pax on. Calculate. 133, 133, 137. Flaps 2, trim is 0.6 up. Flex temperature 44. 22 degrees on ground. Send to MCDU and let's also initialize weight. Let's go. Done. And we're good to go. We are very good to go. Okay. Let's just check if there is someone online around here. I don't think you will, but you never know. Alright, that's fine. And APU still. Oh no, APU is running. Okay. APU bleed on. External power disconnect. Okay. Parking brake is set. Ground, shocks and GPU removed. Let's do the pushback. So we have to push back right. I mean, Guatemala City Airport is very basic, so yeah. Start pushback, release parking brake. Let's go. On the overhead. So beacon lights on. Transponder on. And let's go. Starting number 1. Volume up. Let's hear this. I mean, also the noise, I mean the sound of this engine are even cooler than the CFM. Here he comes. Oh my god. What a sound. It can take a while to start this IAEA. So IAE actually. Wow, took forever. Engine available, starting number 2. Alright. Start from the cabin this time. Let me see here the chart. Okay, we have to taxi straight ahead, then left, then straight ahead. Left, right, and then just straight ahead. Okay, parking brake set. Let's hear this one. So the flight again is gonna be very short, so everything's gonna happen very fast. We have to take off, start climbing, check the procedure, the arrival procedure, fix everything, and be ready to descend. It's like a teleport flight. But in country like this, where the roads are not the best, can take. And also there is this, of course, let's say plateau area. I don't know if I don't think here it's called Los Andes still. But okay, let's say mountain plateau area and lowlands can take really a lot of time by car. Also, you know very well that in Ecuador, for example. Oh my god. What a sound. Wow. Ooh, what an amazing sound. So like, for example, in country like Ecuador as well, you know, typical flight is Quito to Guayaquil. It's very short flight, but very needed. Because by car, I mean, by flight is like 30 minutes. By car is like 8 hours. So it's a big difference. Even if it's quite close, but yeah, there is a lot of altitude difference. Okay, flap set. And let's go. So this is armed. Predicting wind shear on the terrain. So weather radar on the first officer. Terrain on me. APU bleed off. APU off. Flaps is set. Flight control. It's up 0.6. Set. Alright. Flight plan. There we go. Okay. Taxi lights. And let's go. Parking brake released. I love the sound of this engine. Way better than... I mean, I don't know if in real life there is this difference, but yeah, here is very, very cool sound. Okay. So, I guess left here already, yeah? Yeah. And also, this engine should be a little bit... I'm quite sure that it's a little bit more powerful than the CFM. The I can't pronounce them correctly. I mean, in Italian is EAE, of course. Which in English is IA. No, it's IEA. So much more difficult. I don't even know if in English they actually call them like it. Oh wow, this is a very strange taxiway. I don't know if... Yeah, it's really small in the chart as well. I don't know if they use it in... Wow. I don't know if they backtrack. Auto brake max, take on config, norm. I have no idea if they backtrack here. But anyway, we're gonna use this. Okay, here we are in Volant as well. Okay. Slow down. Slow down. Yeah, this engine really want to taxi, and also, yeah, with an A319, so it's way lighter than an A320 and A321. That means, of course, as always, a very nice weight-power ratio. So this plane can climb pretty fast, long story short. Okay. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit more because I guess the plane's gonna, I mean the engine's gonna scream quite hard when we set Manflex. Look at the Volcán de Agua there. Wow. Slow down, sir. Alright, here we are. We can line up, there is nobody around. Yeah. Landing lights, takeoff lights, run it, turn off, strobes. That was quite violent turn, but whatever. This plane really wanted taxi. Okay. Well, I felt a little change on the runway, on the engine rotation, probably due to the headwind. I guess. Ah, yeah, we have a lot of we had a lot of headwind. That's why also we're taxiing fast. So, Pacaya, Volcán de Agua, Volcán de Fuego. Pretty cool. Pretty cool situation. Okay, let's go. Parking brake is released. Yeah. Alright, engine stable. Brake release. Manflex. Manflex SRS runway to thrust blue. V1 rotate. Alright, pause, rate, gear up. Look at this. Oh my god. What an incredible place. This is really incredible. I really suggest you Guatemala City. Super underrated. Incredible airport. Look at this location. Okay. Autopilot. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Lever climb. Thrust climb. Ooh. Oh my god. What a sound. Alright, speed check flaps. 1. The sound is incredible. Okay, let's continue climb. What a sound. Speed check flaps up. Alright, look at this canyon here, this valley. This is our volcanic deposit, of course. I mean, we are surrounded by them. The sound of the IA is incredible. I mean, in the sim is incredible. What an amazing sound. It's also different. Yeah, there is a difference from the two sides. Wow. Okay, I see wow. We have some weather there for sure. That's quite high, or not? No, it's just no, wait a sec. Oh yeah, we have something. Yeah, because now we're gonna have acceleration. Yeah, we can actually accelerate probably. 10,000 feet, landing lights off. Seat belts off. Yeah, let's accelerate. Wow. Very, very interesting. Look at there. Volcán de Agua still visible. This is, I guess, Volcán de Fuego. Oh my god. Alright, let's continue climb. Final cruise altitude, flight level 210 today is a very short flight again. We're gonna land in 20 minutes probably. Look at this. Was an amazing departure. Wow. Imagine they come from Madrid to here. I mean, the runway in Guatemala City is yeah, it's 3,000 meters long, and you are at 4,000 feet high. Yeah, that's an interesting departure for a big plane for sure. Also because you are completely surrounded by terrain. Wow. Look at the top of this end already there. Speaking of which, we need to give a check to the procedure right now. So again, we scheduled the oh, we have no wind at destination. Fine. Yeah, it was the ILS X-ray running 11 transition tudding. So we're gonna completely eliminate the Hagua waypoint. Was this kind of weird? Okay. Yeah, this is the procedure. Very basic ILS stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna stay here 1 hour at all. So let's go back to the plane. Let's import it. Okay, arrival, ILS X-ray, via Tadin, yeah. Insert. So we have to check the flight plan. I guess it's gonna automatically fix it. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, in the Fenix, I guess in the A320, if you have, like we saw, basically our flight plan was finishing in Hagua, but our arrival procedure is, our approach procedure is starting from Tadin. So in some planes, I don't know if it's a bug of it's the plane in real life that does it, but you're gonna basically have a duplication. So you're gonna have Tadin, Hagua, and then again Tadin and Hagua. In the A320 from Fenix, this is not happening, as you can see. It's gonna just fix it automatically, which is fine, of course. And we are almost at cruise altitude. Yeah, we're gonna cruise very low. It's a short flight again. It's just a 150 miles flight today. Pretty short, but with all the planning together, is already 47 minutes of streaming. Oh wow. So I was a bit tired today, to be honest. And we have to move this plane. I wanted to do this flight anyway. I have a couple of jolly flights I have to do when I have no time, or short time. I have a A319 as well in La Reunion Island at the moment that we have to move to Mauritius. It's an extremely short flight, 1 hour and 120 miles, but extremely interesting to program. Not to program, to plan, because of the location. You are in the middle of the ocean. The closest alternative is like 500 miles. So yeah, pretty interesting. But not today. Today we are here. Today we are in Guatemala. This is one of the few regional flight they do here in Guatemala City. That is done by Avianca. Sorry, not in Guatemala City, in Guatemala. I guess it's the only one, actually. I'm quite sure. It's the only regional flight done by Avianca again. There is a lot of, ATR activity. There is Grand Caravan activity in Guatemala. A lot of smaller. Super interesting. Would be great. Oops. Would be great one day to do some proper simulation also of... I mean, we do have a Grand Caravan. Yeah, that's an interesting... I have to investigate a bit. You know that I like to do that kind of ops a lot. And Guatemala is really interesting, of course. I would like to... we can investigate. We have some cruise now. So we can spend a little bit of time. We are like 40 miles from top of this. Yeah. Very, very small amount of time actually, but... let me see this. Let me see this. Okay, Guatemala City. So apparently, okay, this is flight connection. We don't have much. What is this? Chestnut light. Yeah, this is a Grand Caravan for sure. Light turboprop. Let me open flight. Yeah, but before there was more into this stuff. Probably not really reported. I don't know, but I don't think they're doing just that in Guatemala, to be honest. As you can see here, is full of... This is... Okay, this is not really something. Yeah, before we saw a nice Grand Caravan taking off. It was also kind of an airline. What is this? I don't know. Is this still the FedEx? Wow. Yeah, there was something interesting before. Look at this, ATR. Yeah, but ATR flights are reported in flight connection. So I guess they just go to Belize. Yeah, all this stuff is... It's here. Belize should be... Yeah, it's here. So yeah, there is some flight. Not really interesting. I mean, the interesting part of Guatemala is, of course... Oh my god. Can I use this website today or not? Is of course flying in this area because it's over the mountain. So this is the interesting part of the country. And as you can see, there is this airport here, no activity. Okay. Look at this stuff. This is scanning something. Oh wow. Look at this plane. Very interesting. Retractable gear, I guess. Very interesting plane. Yeah, but before we spot some Grand Caravan stuff, so let's see if we... Yeah, I don't see them here anymore. No. Yeah, there is just this one, by the way. In Sky Vector, I guess we have more. Yeah, it's Quetzaltenango, it's here. I'm sure that close to Atitlan there is something, because I did a flight there a long time ago. Then we have this. Yeah, probably we have to use some turboprop stuff. It's a very interesting country, of course. Look at these places. Canila. Nebach. Wow. That's very interesting area to fly. Of course, no procedure, nothing really. You have just go VFR. Super interesting. But yeah, not today. Yeah, to do like this stuff here, we have a Kodiak. We use already the Kodiak a lot of time. Would be great to use a I still have this armed, a Grand Caravan, but unfortunately the simulation we have here is not let's say extremely good. Of course, I guess we need destination data. Yeah, so it's kind of a limitation. So altimeter, okay, I'm gonna set up it in this way here on 015, even if we are in, I mean, we're not using QNH, but luckily I have the conversion. 30 degrees, wind is calm. Okay, and the minima is 607, which is 200 feet from the runway. Again, if you have any question, feel free to ask, of course. And we're gonna start descending already, basically. Yeah, we can descend initially 11,000 feet. Yeah, as I told you, this was a super short flight. But yeah, I was saying there would be great to have a Grand Caravan. I mean, there is a mod, of course, a payware mod. I don't know if it's available. I mean, there was in 2020. I don't know if it's available for 2024. I don't even know the status of the Grand Caravan, the default one, because yeah, they had some problem, of course, with turboprop engine in the sim, especially in 2020. I guess they did something in 2024. I mean, I never really flew the Caravan, so yeah, would be interesting at least to try it. I don't think it's really improved like the TBM is, like the SR22 is. Yeah, I don't think it's one of those planes that it's default, but it's kind of good. Not even mentioning the Vision Jet, the CJ4, the Longitude. Those are really cool airplane, especially the Vision Jet. As you know, I love the Vision Jet. Okay, descending. That was short. But again, this is a real ops. They do this in real life. Avianca does this with A320 usually. Today we're flying A319, really rare one. IAE engine and Sharklet. This is an extremely rare A319 model. And down we go. Yeah, it's definitely cloudy. So, destination, we have scattered clouds 1,600 feet. So we're gonna have clouds basically until very close to the ground. I'm really curious to see the area, how it's done. Like now, okay, yeah. So we can do something after we land. If I remember, I will do it. Because as you saw, we took us like 25 minutes to do the flight. I want to check with Google Maps from airport to airport by car how long it's gonna take. In country like this, is incredible the difference. So now, okay, terrain is off. Yeah, we have weather radar on our side. Let me do this. Okay. Yeah, I see some rain happening there. Okay. Local pressure is 2997. Sorry, 2997. Vertical path is catching us. .97 set. Increasing our vertical speed. Speed is mine. I'm going down. I think we have time to do it now. Google Maps. So, Guatemala City Airport. Okay. Sorry, Flores. Mundo Maya. Mundo Maya. I guess it's this. No, probably not. Flores Airport. There we go. Okay. Alright. So by car is 9.4 hour or 10 hours. This is what I'm talking about in country like this. So the distance is probably around the real distance between the two airports is around 260, 270 kilometer. 25 minutes flight, but yeah, as you saw, 10 hours by cars. So that's why they do fly like this, because some people can wonder, okay, why they're doing fly like this with an A320, which is super close, doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it does make sense if you compare it to use the car or a bus or whatever. Imagining with a bus even longer, perhaps 12 hours in a bus. Oh yeah, 2000 feet per minute on the descent. Okay, let me close this and let me close this as well. Okay. What's this? RMP AR unlimited. Wow. Is this one of the plane that tapped the... No. Wow. Looks like they had some stuff here. Naving go around. I hate this stuff of the A320 that you don't have naving go around. So if you do go around, you're not gonna have basically the autopilot. You have to reset the flight director. I don't know if it's done like this in real life. But yeah, what I do when I go around with an A320 family plane is go around, runway heading, reset the flight director, and then you can go back to nav. Which is interesting, of course. So we're descending 5,000 feet now. Interception altitude is 1,840. Very interesting. Okay, continue descent. All right. Speed 250 knots. We are very fast. I have to slow down to drop landing lights. For sure. Okay, descending rate is fine. We can, of course, reduce it. Well, let's use a bit of speed brake to help us. Speed brake. 1,500 feet per minute. So yeah, the much we reduce our ground speed, the less vertical speed we need, of course, because we are going slower. That's quite obvious. But let's see if you're able to maintain this vertical path. Now I'm gonna switch to open descent. So we are 25 miles from the turn, 10,000 feet. Okay. Yeah, we're not that low, to be honest. You know that Fenix have some problem with the vertical path. Okay. We can descend 3,000, yeah. Open descent. Speed brake is out. Landing lights, seat belts. The runway at destination is 3,000 meter long. It's longer than Guatemala City. Very interesting, because Guatemala City is close to 3,000 meter, but it's not 3,000 meter. I don't know what our vertical path is doing like that. Let's just continue descent. Zoom in. Yeah, I'm not really liking it, so let's increase the speed brake. Let's go down a little bit faster. I don't want to be at 3,000 feet that close to the turn, because we have to slow down as well and everything. Not really trusting this. 20 miles. Yeah, we're gonna be very close to the airport when we turn. So let's go down. We have a new meter. Let's update. Scatter 1600 still. Temperature is 31 degrees now. Wind is calm still. And altimeter is identical. Okay. Let's go down. Yeah. I want to get 3000 like there, because also, you know, 1000 feet to go, reduce vertical speed, we have to slow down. Oh yeah, I don't want to be that close. That's the lake, so this is Flores, and the airport should be around here. Okay, speed breaks out. Oh. Set up a gear down view. All right. So even if we are below the vertical path, it's of course completely fine. Approach, activate. Let's go. Kevin, ready already? Interesting. Look at this. Huh. Look at that. That's, I mean, that's a strange shape. Looks like a landslide deposit. Okay. But yeah, we are pretty far from mountains, so it's strange, of course. So irregular. Look at this stuff. Maybe it's artificial. It's pretty hot, by the way, 31 degrees. Continue descent. Alright. 1000 feet to go. Vertical speed 1000 feet per minute. Speed on approach. Sorry, speed on manage. Idle. Let the plane slow down. We are catching the glide slope as well. Okay, not gonna zoom in now. Localizer armed. Well, we're capturing the localizer already. Approach. Glide slope capturing and localizer capturing. Okay, that was a nice drop. Go around. Go around is 3000 feet set already. Let the plane slow down. We can already drop gear if we want. We are 10 miles out. And landing lights on. Okay. Yeah, why not? Speed check, gear down. On the turn. Alright. Gear is down. We need drag for sure. I mean, we're fine now. Yeah, there is some clouds. Runway in sight. Seven miles, we're gonna set flaps 1. So I'll go around immediate turn. I mean, it actually is runway heading and then turn left. 7 miles, speed check flaps 1. Okay. Alright, full established. Speed check flaps 2. There we go. We are fine. We are completely fine. Look at this place. Very interesting. So the church we saw, I mean, it's not gonna be here, of course. But yeah, should be around there. Alright, speed check. Flaps 3. Wow. What a place. Didn't expect that. Look at this lake coming. Alright, 3 miles. Speed check, flaps 4. Nice. Let's give the last check also to this side. City side. Let's go in. See if we're able to spot. Nah. That is nothing similar to a church. Okay. Autopilot off. We don't have puppy. It's fine. Wind is calm. Oh, I love this sound.
100 above. Minimum
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Drive.
Touchdown, reverse. Reverse out. Yeah, I forgot how to brake, never mind. We have plenty of runway. Okay, braking. Manual braking. 60 reversing. Alright. Welcome to Flores. Yeah, that wasn't soft at all, but it's fine. I mean, I didn't want to go soft here. I had the feeling that the runway was short. I know that it's not short, but yeah. Okay, we have to backtrack. Let's go.
Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you.
Why am I don't?
And
Yeah, sometimes I don't understand why I don't have speed brake out. I was armed, of course. Let's go. Laps up.
on behalf of the captain and
Look at the trees here.
pleasure looking after you
In
today.
2024, you have custom trees depending on the location. Very, very cool stuff. APU. So I guess I have to. I don't think I have to park here. No, it's the other one. He checks this rate. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the worst. It's okay. It's okay. Especially with a plane like this, which is quite light. It's definitely a hard landing. Not super hard. But yeah. Nobody says it's from too hard land. Ask a 737 pilot. It's literally what they're looking for when they land. Okay. So there we have the terminal. I don't think we're gonna have any jetway or anything, of course. This one here. So we are in a runway, we can taxi quite fast. This plane want really to taxi fast. I don't know if it's, oh no, this is the terminal by the way. I don't know if this is realistic, but yeah. You really want to taxi? Do we have a taxiway here? Look at this, 33 knots of ground speed. Yeah, we're definitely faster. I guess you can't taxi faster than 30 knots in real life. Maximum. APU is running. Let's clear the runway. Alright, landing lights off. Taxi lights, running to Novstrobe. Alright, here we are, slow down. So we should park. I don't know. I'm gonna park here. I see some turn. I'm gonna park here like this. Ooh, we're super fast. Okay. Alright. Here we are. Parking brake set. APU running. Engine off. D-board. Let's see. Is it gonna connect to any stairs? I don't think so, right? No. So doors and stairs. Beacon lights on. Taxi light should be off. I'm gonna keep. Oh no, I'm not gonna keep the APU running. APU off. Okay. Let's go. All right. It was cool. I mean, Guatemala is again is an incredible country. I really suggest you Guatemala City. Both if you would like long haul from Europe. It's really underrated. Everyone goes to Bogota, Quito, Buenos Aires. I don't know, but go try Guatemala City. I mean, and brief yourself because it's quite challenging, especially with a big plane. All right. This is it for today. And wish you a nice evening and see you next